guys, it's Friday Night Live. I haven't been on for a long time, so I wanted to show you what I was doing tonight in my kitchen. And I'm really excited because, not that I'm not always really excited, but I'm trying a couple of new things. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that I often just like dream about something and then try to see what it looks like when you put it all together. So the other night I was thinking, how could I make a traditional type pesto sauce without using the Parmesan and all of that stuff that I can't really eat. And I often want basil, pesto, Parmesan type sauce and to put it on my fish, to put it on my vegetables, but I haven't really ventured into making anything beyond that. So tonight I was thinking, I had some really amazing fresh herbs. So I had some fresh parsley and I have some fresh cilantro. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to use my Vitamix and I'm going to blend it up with the fresh cilantro, some lemon, some garlic, and a little bit of avocado oil, and just kind of see how it goes. So I'm always just like trying new things and I don't really know how it's going to turn out, but we'll see, and you guys get to be witness to it. I'm also making a really amazing, yummy, fresh salad from all of my produce from Harvest to You. So in the store that I work for, Artisan's Palette, you guys have seen me there before. I was there today and they showed me this side dish that they made and it just looked incredible, and I had all of the ingredients because we get the same box. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that as well. So tonight I made some little baby white potatoes and put the sauce on it, as well as some yellow zucchini that I got from my Harvest box and some white fish that I got from my butcher shop. So today we're going to do the fresh cilantro, so I'm going to throw that in, just kind of break it off. I'm using my Vitamix. Thanks for the love. I don't even know who it's coming from, but thank you. So fresh cilantro coming from the farm box. So I'm just going to rip that in. It doesn't have to be anything, really too fine, because the Vitamix is really going to chop it up nicely, so I'm not too concerned about it. So just throwing in as much as I can get from that. And then I'm going to do, I got this beautiful, beautiful purple garlic from my farm box as well. Almost everything tonight is coming from my farm box, so that's pretty, I don't know, special to me in my opinion. Okay, so garlic bulbs, this is what they look like when they grow in the ground, and I just cut the tops off of them so that I could prep them. And these are purple garlic. So I'm just going to take the outside off, and I'm going to leave them big because my Vitamix will chop them up for me, so I don't have to do much on that. But these are really amazing. They're garlicky, but they're not so strong garlic, so I'm actually going to throw this whole bulb in there for my sauce today. On the inside you can see those little garlic pieces. There you go. So there's like little garlic bulbs in there. So they're a little bit different than just like a bulb of garlic. This is all pressed together and you can use the whole thing. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. You can never have enough garlic in my opinion. Okay, and then I'm going to throw a lemon in there. Not the lemon, but the lemon juice. So a whole lemon. And again, I've never made this before, but I just kind of thought like, okay, the ingredients are going to speak for themselves, right? I mean, there's no bad thing in here. So it's all, I'm going to use the lemon, the garlic, cilantro. I did a sauce earlier for the potatoes and I used the parsley. Very different flavors, but really kind of the same concept. So a whole lemon. Beautiful. I love it. As lemons have gotten more in season, they're so much juicier. So you really get a lot of juice out of one lemon. If this was not in season, then I would say, maybe use more than one lemon. Okay, and then I'm going to do, oh my god, now I smell all citrusy. Okay, and then I'm going to use the avocado oil. You could use, if you have olive oil, you could use ghee, you could use coconut oil, really anything that's liquid or would stay at liquid at room temperature. So throwing that in, and then I'm just going to blend this in my blender so that can get really like softened up. Okay, that'll go on in just a second, and I want to show you what it looks like when it's done. So that's all prep. Takes 2 seconds to blend it up, no problem at all. And then I did it a couple of ways tonight. So I just figured like, hey, if I'm gonna try a new flavor, I might as well just dump it on everything I do tonight. And I added a little bit of fresh salt to each thing. So tonight I made, the potatoes are in the oven, they're going already. Because I wanted those to start cooking so that I could cook everything else. And then I had these beautiful yellow squash. And there's actually one zucchini in there, that poor little zucchini all by itself. And then I threw that sauce on top. So if you can see, there's like nice fresh garlic, cilantro, the lemon, and it smells just phenomenal. And it hasn't even cooked yet. And it's just got a little bit of fresh sea salt on top of it. I really wanted to make an easy oven dinner. So what I'm gonna do is I've got the potatoes going now. They've got a 25-minute timer on them. They're gonna take about 35 minutes. But my zucchinis and my squash are only going to take 10 minutes to cook total. And my fish is only going to take about 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes, or I did already. And then when the timer goes off, then my husband can put all the food, the rest of the food in the oven, and I can take the dog for a walk. And I'm not standing over the stove, you know, watching what's going on for the rest of the evening. I can go do my walk, get ready for, you know, get the dog ready for bed, the kids are in bed already, and everything is just done. I don't have to really think about it. I love oven meals, barbecue meals, anything that I don't have to like sit and babysit. Okay, and then I did this beautiful white fish and put the sauce over it as well. And then just, again, a little bit of fresh sea salt. So this is, the fish is only, it's pretty thin, so it should only take about 10 minutes to cook. And then this will go in last. So my zucchini are going to go in about 20 minutes when the potatoes are getting just tender, not done, because I want everything to come out of the oven and be done at the same time. I did everything in foil packets tonight, so cleanup is literally going to be rinse 2 plates and put them in the dishwasher and rinse my Vitamix out. Okay, so that's the sauce. And you could do this with anything. Really, the ingredients that you need is an herb of some kind. So parsley, cilantro, whatever, an oil or a fat of some kind, something that's going to help it emulsify, and the extra flavors that you want. So I wanted the lemon, I wanted the garlic, and then I added the salt to make it like a little, you know, give it that good flavor. And who doesn't want a little bit of salt? Okay, then I'm going to show you the last thing I'm doing tonight to just go as a summer salad next to my fish, my zucchini and squash, and the white potatoes. And those were just like little baby white potatoes. I'm making a cucumber, peach, and blackberry salad with a balsamic vinaigrette that I'm going to show you how to make. It's super, super, super easy. Okay, so let me turn this camera down here a little bit. Okay, great. So I'm just going to cut my cucumber, and I'm going to leave the skin on parts of it, but not the whole thing. Cucumber skin can be really fine, but for some reason this cucumber skin is really thick, and I just don't want that to take away from anything from my salad here. So I'm going to leave on some and take off some. So I leave about, you know, about a ½ inch, take off about a ½ inch, and just go around that way. So a little bit of skin, a little bit of not. I don't really care to be super particular. I just don't want that to be the only thing I'm biting into. So I'm going to quarter this, and then just chop nice big fine chops. If my kitchen's got ants in it right now, so I swear every time I turn around, the ants are trying to invade my dinner. Get out of here, crazy ants. Okay, so this cucumber came from my harvest box too. So beautiful, and I didn't want it to go to waste. And if I don't do something like this, then I often find my cucumbers in the fridge soft. It's like, well, why did I let something like that happen? Also in my farm box, I got these tiny little fruit. And I don't know, I think they're peaches, but they have an apricot looking pit in them. So maybe just they're baby peaches, I don't know. They look and they smell and they taste like peaches, but the pit is like an apricot pit. Interesting. Maybe somebody can tell me what they are. Again, these are from my harvest box. So these I just quartered. I want this to be a nice big chunk salad, big pieces. So I'm only using the ones that are really ripe. The other ones I'll save for a couple of days and eat them just over the sink like I eat every other peach in my life. Okay, so these are quartered and thrown in, and I had about a ½ package left of blackberries. The blackberries were so sweet that I just ate them sitting on the couch last night. So in my salad, I've got the cucumber, the quartered peaches, and then in here are those blackberries. And they are so ripe and so soft. I mean, they're completely falling apart. They're just mashed, and they're super, super sweet. So that's really gonna give it an awesome little flavor. Okay, then just to give it some type of a dressing, because this is a summer salad, I got this fig balsamic vinegar. And that's gonna give it like a fruity, kind of tangy, sweet dressing on my salad. I'm dressing this now because I want all of my fruit and my cucumber to absorb that flavor while everything else is cooking. So this will sit for about 30 minutes. This is the kind of dish that's going to get better the longer it sits. So if you could make this in advance, a day ahead of time, or even just prep it before you start doing the rest of your meal, you're going to get even better flavors. If there's a little bit left over, oh man, so great. Just hide it from the rest of your family if they don't appreciate it. Okay, little bit of balsamic, little bit of the avocado oil, and then I want to add just a pinch of the sea salt. And the reason I want to add a little bit of salt to this is because we're getting the brine, we're getting that briny kick, but I want that salt to bring out the fruit even more. So the fruit, that sweet flavor, it's like when you're making chocolate chip cookies and you want, hey girl, and you want that little bit of sweetness to come out, you add a pinch of salt. The salt helps bring out the sweet flavor. So I've got these super sweet blackberries, super sweet, amazing peaches. I mean, these peaches have a full peach flavor packed into a tiny little punch. So adding the brininess of the balsamic, and that little bit of avocado oil. And the reason I used avocado oil here instead of olive oil is because avocado oil doesn't have much of a flavor. If you use olive oil, you're going to get that grassy taste, which really good olive oil has kind of a grassy taste to it, which is great, but not necessarily for a fruit salad. So I'm just mixing this up, and as you can see, my blackberries are totally coloring everything else. And then that beautiful balsamic vinegar with that fig. If you don't have fig balsamic vinegar, just use regular balsamic vinegar. That's perfectly okay. You're getting all the sweetness you need. Excuse me, Mr. Cucumber. You're getting all the sweetness that you need from the fruit. So you really don't need to add any more unless you happen to have it on hand. The reason I did it today is because I was in the store. They told me, the people who were working in the store today told me what they had made, and it just looked, tasted, smelled so incredible. And I figured, hey, I have all those ingredients and might as well show you all how to do it as well. So, excuse me for a second, I'm going to grab my Icelandic flake salt and just finish this up. Alright, so I've got my sea salt, and I just stepped on that cucumber that decided to jump out of the bowl. Well, then I guess you don't want to be eaten. Fine, goodbye. Okay, so just a little pinch of salt is going to bring out that sweetness. Also, this salt, I know I've talked to you guys about it before, and I must sound like a crazy person with how much I talk about how much I love salt, but for real, it's so good, and it's such a good finishing flavor. So just a little bit of salt's going on. My fruit is already starting to release some of its juices. So I just did about a tablespoon of each. The tablespoon of the balsamic, the fig balsamic, and a tablespoon of the avocado oil, and I mixed those in, and it's already, let's see if I can show you the bottom, it's already kind of creating its own dressing under there. And then as I'm mixing it, my blackberries, excuse me, my blackberries are just totally falling apart and becoming part of the dressing here. So it's really like, just awesome, awesome, awesome. And again, the longer you can let this sit, the better it's going to taste. Those peaches are absorbing all that balsamic, all of the blackberries, and becoming kind of macerated in this whole sauce. And that's just going to make such a refreshing side dish. So let's just recap a little bit. I did the little kind of a play on pesto. So the mixed in between with the parsley or cilantro, really any fresh herbs that you have. You could use sage, that would be incredibly beautiful and fragrant. A little bit of oil, the lemon, that beautiful garlic that I got from my Harvest box. If you haven't checked out Harvest to You yet, they deliver, they you get this incredible, amazing stuff. Everything that I've used tonight, minus the fish, was from my box. And there is actually a special coupon code for my viewers. It's Bradley, and you get $10 off your first box and a package of bone broth while supplies last. So really, I mean, just what do you have to lose, even if you just order one box to see how it's going to go. Okay, so my potatoes are in the oven. My fish is waiting to go in the oven. It'll go in at about the 10-minute mark when my potatoes are about 10 minutes to being done, because I want everything to come out of the oven at the same time. My summer salad is just chilling. I'm gonna put it in the fridge, let it sit, let it soak up all those juices, and I'm gonna go take my dog for a walk and enjoy some of this like beautiful evening summer weather. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you again for your patience with my lapse in Friday Night Lives. I so appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great night. Thanks, Ben. Bye-bye.